Curriculum. So I remember when I was in high school, everyone said, when you get to college, you can study what you want. And this is because I was taking these classes where, I was like, I don't really enjoy this class. And like, don't worry, when you get to college, you can study whatever you want. And the lie detector test determines that was a lie. For most schools, you have something called your core curriculum, which are essentially general education requirements. And these education requirements look very similar to what I was taking in high school. I had to take some sort of math. I had to take some sort of English courses. I had to take some sort of science, some sort of technology. And yes, there was freedom in every category. Like I didn't have to take Calc 1, Calc 2. I could take statistics. So I could kind of do it that particular way. Under social sciences, they gave you like over 50 courses. I can take linguistics. I can take anthropology. I could take political science. I could take African American history. I could take, all of these different things, US history, world history, European history. I can do all of those things. And I just had to take a class that fit that category. But you do have to take some sort of balanced degree courses before or while you're taking your major courses for graduation. So usually your graduation requirements will consist of your general core courses or the core curriculum, plus your major courses, plus electives. So those general courses are the ones that, like I said, they give you the categories, and within those categories, you can pick a different course that fits you. So you can kind of have a little bit of flexibility. And because a university or a college is a little bit larger than your high school, you probably have a lot of options, but you still have to do it. So I still had to sit through, I think I took pre-calc or something like that. And so I just remember thinking, I thought I was going to be done with this. And I wasn't. If you didn't have language a certain amount of years in high school, I had to take 4 semesters of a language in college. So just know and be ready to do that. Then there is a curriculum that is called open curriculum. So there are not a lot of core requirements, and you really get to build your own kind of degree plan. There's some really popular schools that have open curriculums, and it's Brown, Reed, which is on the West Coast, is another one of them. And I gave you a link under helpful links in case that's something that really interests you. So you're like, I don't want the restriction of them telling me in this major I have to take these classes. I rather organically pick what I want to study. And so if you look at the helpful links in the workbook, you'll see a link for those who are interested in open curriculum schools. I found, especially having worked at the high school that traveled the globe, where we had a project-based learning kind of school, open curriculum really helped them. For those of you who feel restricted and you feel like you have a lot of interest, open curriculum is really, really awesome. And so look them up and don't rule it out until you kind of see it. So just so you kind of understand the 2 different styles of curriculum as you're searching. So what is the difference between a major, a minor, certificate, concentration? What are all these things? So under major, your major, remember how I talked about our diploma? It's going to say the university that you go to or the college that you go to, the school that your major is housed in, and then the major is going to be on there. So my major was political science. My concentration was American government and politics. So that's really what I was focused on, because political science can be international relations. It can be like local politics. So whatever concentration. So usually what that looks like is a major is going to be around 24 to 30, maybe 45 credits, right? It's going to be a lot like I would say 40% of your degree, right? So 40% of your degree is going to be in the major. So I took all these classes in the major. So I took courses like Black American politics. I took courses like the history of the political system in the United States. So I took all of these courses. And then under my concentration is really what I wanted to like hone in on, American government politics, right? So those courses were underneath a certain concentration, and they told me that within this concentration, you have to take, let's say, 4 out of these 12 classes. So again, remember that curriculum slide where even though I was in a kind of a a closed curriculum, I still had freedom and flexibility. So a major and a concentration just helps to like kind of streamline everything that can go into a major. So if your major is going to be art, your concentration might be painting. Your concentration might be visual art and design, right? So there can be so many different types of concentration. So when you're looking it up, don't only look up the major, but what concentration areas do they have? Concentration areas are really good, especially if you know specifically what you want to do or study, because that means they have faculty that do that specific thing too. So it kind of gives you a highlight into it. A minor is something where you probably take around 4 courses in your degree, maybe 5, and you might minor in something. So I minored in human rights. So in my minor of human rights, I took, I think it was like 4 or 5 courses in a human rights department. And because of that, I qualified for the minor. And so you can kind of do that on your own because your curriculum is pretty flexible, that it usually has elective courses. So elective courses are just courses that don't fit within your degree plan, but they're extra courses so you can be a holistic student. So you can have a little bit of freedom and flexibility and fun while you're earning your diploma. You're not only taking these courses in your major, but you can take some extra ones. Some students decide to just like pick from here or there, and other students decide to make those elective courses into a minor. Okay, I have 6 elective spaces in my degree program. Okay, cool. I want to minor in French. Okay, I'm going to take French 1, French 2, French 3, French 4, French literature, and study abroad to say I understand French culture. Cool. Those are my 6 classes. You fill out a form, you earn your minor. Now, the minor a lot of times is not on your diploma, but you can put it on your resume. A certificate is a offering for schools. So sometimes individuals might just go to a college or university just to earn a certificate. They're not there to earn a bachelor's degree. They're literally just there to earn a certificate. So maybe the certificate will be in community organizing, and they'll take all of these different classes underneath that, and boom, now they have a certificate. So that certificate they can, put out on their wall. They can show employers, hey, I advanced my degree, or I have a certificate in this particular subject matter. So understand that all of these things you're going to see on the website, and it's up to you to know. First, you want to find a major, and then you can say if you're like stuck between 2, you can find a minor. Now, there are students who double major, which means that you have to take 2 particular studies of interest and fit them in. Now, double major students might decide, you know what, I want to be here for a 5th year or a 6th year to finish my double major. What is my advice on that? My first advice is talk to your academic advisor. The second piece of advice I would say is, what benefit do you have with a double major, and will it help you when you finish? Or do you need to just finish and have 1 major, maybe a minor, and then go to graduate school to further understand the duality of those 2 majors, right? What could you do? What serves you well? So there's a lot of little tricks that you want to know. And so if a double major helps you stand out for graduate school or for a job that you know that you're looking for, absolutely go for it. But you always want to ask yourself, what is the price? And not just financial price either. What is the price of you taking 6 classes a term? What is the price of you always spending your summers taking courses? Are you able to do all the things that you want to do in your college experience if you decide to double major? Again, I advise you decide. So that's totally up to you, whatever you want to do, but you always want to weigh the pros and cons of every single thing and make the best choice. But I have definitely seen lots of students double major, have a life, and do it really, really organically. Okay, so there's degree types. So the associate's degree, the bachelor's of arts, the bachelor's of science. So the associate's degree, you'll earn a lot of times at a community college. It's 2 years. Usually you can transfer those credits to complete your bachelor's degree, or you can just have your associate's degree and be great in the world. And so sometimes what you'll find with a community college system, they'll usually be partnered with some state school, and a lot of times they have what's called a pipeline program. So the pipeline program allows you to finish and automatically get into this particular state school. So you can ask them about that. Hey, do you have any programs that you partner with any state schools where I can go from here to there? And so the state school, the larger state school will accept all of your transfer credits as long as you have usually a C or higher. And so that's usually something that you can look to. A bachelor's of art and bachelor's of science, you'll see it as a BA or a BS. Both of those are going to take on average 4 years. And it's an opportunity to explore, outside of your major. So, bachelor's of art is usually going to be a lot of the liberal arts components. So, you're going to have different ones like anthropology, history, political science, sociology, um, all of those different things will fall under your bachelor's of art. And then bachelor's of science, most times it's going to be STEM. So your science, technology, engineering, math. Sometimes it'll be business. So those are the ones that you're going to find under the bachelor's of science. Both of them are 4-year degrees. Both of them are just the beginning of your journey. Sometimes you'll see a bachelor's of art in biology, and sometimes you'll see it under the bachelor's of science. Again, it all depends on the structure of a university or a college. Remember, depending on the names of their schools, right? So if they only have a school of art, a lot of times they'll usually put it together, School of Liberal Arts or School of Arts and Sciences. It just depends where they house different things. So don't get caught up on it. I would just look at the courses, and you'll learn how to do that a little bit later in the program, and just see if it's giving you what you need. So if you have a bachelor's art in chemistry versus a bachelor's of science in chemistry, as long as you look at your courses and you're prepared to do the next thing, and you can kind of look at, hey, what are their alumni doing? What are their faculty having researched or worked in the field? Can they really prepare me? That's really the question that you want to understand.